Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Basement Gas, the show where I acquire too much gear, but I try to give you an honest review. And today is a very special day. It's another Harley Benton guitar. I know, I've become a huge fan. And this one is the SC-Custom line. So a single cut, thin body, and a hell of a lot of output. My name is Jack, and as you can see, I still have a serious case of gas. To mix things up a little bit, I'm going to give you my conclusion of this guitar right off the bat. I've been playing this exclusively for roughly 3 weeks, and it's amazing. It really is. I've been playing all sorts of stuff on it, rock, Tool-esque stuff, and it's really diverse, especially with the coil tap function, which works really nicely with these Roswell pickups. For the price point of 233 euros, so obviously from Thomann, it's absolutely amazing. It really is. And this is going to be one of my new favorite guitars. As you know, I've become a real fan of Harley Benton guitars in general because they're just, for the price point, amazing. I love that it comes with strap locks straight away, Grover tuners, so that's always a very nice touch. I always prefer locking tuners, but if they're Grovers right out of the bat, fantastic. And like I said, the Roswell pickups with a WSC bridge and tailpiece. So this is all pretty much from Partsland, which is a Korean company. They do the pickups, they do the hardware, and it's really nice. And the tone pots, the volume pots, also really good. You could almost consider this somewhat of an ESP LTD clone, especially with the 3-pot control here. Now normally on ESP or LTD guitars, this volume pot is for the bridge pickup, because it's probably the primary pickup that you use, and you want your hand right there. But they've done it differently. They've sort of done it sort of classic Gibson or Epiphone style, let's say. This is for the neck, and this one's for the bridge, and then obviously one volume pot for both. You could always switch it around as well in the wiring. That's obviously your own preference. Mahogany body. It says this is a quadruple A flame top. I don't know, is that quadruple? I mean, I've got a Gibson that has a triple A flame top, and I'd say it's a little bit nicer than that. I don't know where they get that rating from, quadruple A flame, but anyway. Jatoba neck, or let's say fretboard, and yeah, mahogany neck, mahogany body. So, you know, it's very light, again, very thin cut, and it's just a real shredding machine. I would personally say this is for rock and metal, but hell, you can use it for punk, jazz, blues, whatever you want. Like I said, with the coil tap, you get some nice glassy tones out of it. Anyway, that's my conclusion right off the bat, and it's good. It's really nice. I like it. Here are some tonal examples, and later on we'll get to the actual frets and the setup, see how everything checks out. of the channel will know that I always like to give a new guitar a complete once-over, so I like a quick kind of setup, seeing if there are any high frets, using a fret rocker, to see the straightness of the neck, if there's a bit of a bow or not, and also simple things like intonation, just to see if anything needs to be done on the bridge. So let's start off, and I'll give you a sort of an up-close and personal view. Got a camera set up here as well, and we're going to start off with the fret rocker. So this is a tool from Stu Mac, which you cannot see here, so I'll put it here. This is a tool from Stu Mac. Like I said, it's a fret rocker to see if there are any high frets. So let's kick off. Tiny bit of wiggling there, nothing too severe. That's fine. Tiny bit there. Yeah. So this would be like the 17th fret. Just switch over. Okay, so there was on the 12th, so around the 17th fret, a little bit. It's so minor though, and the fact that I've been playing this guitar for 3 weeks, over 3 weeks roughly, I actually hadn't noticed any fret buzzing or anything at the higher part of the neck. Lower part, higher neck, layer, whatever, down here. And so don't see any problems there, so that's fine. Now, using a straight edge with the built-in fret part so you can place it on. I have to place it right there. So there's a tiny bit of an up bow. I'm going to switch around now as if it's in a playing position as well. Okay, so a very, very, very minimal bow, which I personally prefer. I like this neck as straight as possible as long as there aren't any high frets. And this is fine. This is really good. So it was like around the 12th fret. There's probably like about that much. No, you wouldn't even be able to see it. I can't really even do it on my fingers. But let's say, what is it, like 1/1000th of an inch, or I'll do it in metric terms, maybe like 0.5 millimeter. So really straight. Intonation. So for this, I just use my regular TC Electronic clip-on headstock tuner. Yeah, of course you can use the output jack and plug in a proper tuner, but this for me is fine. So let me tune it back up to an E standard. Got a standard E there, and fret the 12th fret. It should be exact same pitch as well. So do the A. By the way, the E was fine, so intonation was good. Just check, and A. Little flat, tiny bit, but I couldn't hear a noticeable difference. D is perfect. Yeah, the G might be a tiny bit sharp. It's very minimal off. Again, you can't really hear a difference, but let's make sure everything's tuned up here. Okay, open B and fretted 12th B, fine. High E, perfect. Okay, let me just do the A again. Or that was the A. Yeah, so A, tiny bit flat. And the G is actually fine as well. So A, tiny bit flat, that's all. So just adjust it accordingly on your bridge. You're good to go. Switch, fine. Pots, again, really, really nice. Really smooth feeling. And that's pretty much it. So, finally, my final thoughts. It's a great guitar. Especially for the price. It's just, you can't go wrong. You really cannot go wrong with this. And people who have been following the channel for a while know that I really have become a huge fan of Harley Benton. Not only the fact that they, you know, Thomann is just like an hour's drive away from me. Stop stalking me and guessing where I live. I'm not going to tell you, but it's in Germany. But otherwise, you know, these guitars are just really well made. The quality seems to be getting better and better. And these ones, if you're looking to get an ESP or LTD and don't want to rack out too much cash, check out one of these first. It's worth it. Definitely worth it. Anyway, my name is Jack, and as you know, I still have a serious case of Paradise Flamed gas. Not too sure what that would be, but keep on rocking, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you all soon.